Tired of financial headaches? Are late nights spent balancing books instead of building your business? You need Labora Lee Bookkeeping. We take the stress out of your finances. Labora Lee Bookkeeping offers expert solutions for all your needs: precise bookkeeping, efficient payroll, and comprehensive tax preparation. We empower small businesses with accurate financial insights, helping them make smart decisions and achieve greater profitability. Stop stressing and start succeeding. Contact Labora Lee Bookkeeping today for a free financial assessment. That's Labora Lee Bookkeeping. Get back to business.
Tired of the tax season headache? Laborally Bookkeeping is here to make your tax preparation simple and stress-free. We ensure maximum deductions and accurate filing, so you keep more of your hard-earned money. Don't wait. Get peace of mind for your personal and business taxes. Book your tax appointment today at laborallybookkeeping.com.
Is your business's sound as unique as your brand? Find out how Ambitiously Entertainment can help you create the perfect atmosphere.
Hey, hey. Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of the Wiretap, where we listen in on the culture. We decode the noise and we look for the signal in the static. That's what we do. Listen, I'm your host. It is me, your girl, Labora Lee, aka Cat Lee. And hold on, I got you. Welcome to Ambitiously, the podcast. Before we get started, some things that need to be said. Like, join the conversation. You can do that by calling in. The number's 443-551-5963. 443-551-5963. You can call in. You can, and you'll be live on air. You can shoot a text. I will read it live on air. Or you could drop a comment that'll be on the screen, and I will read that on live on air as well. Hit us up. Contact at ambitiouslyent.com. Contact at ambitiouslyent.com. Or you can hit us up at ambitiouslythepodcast@gmail.com. ambitiouslythepodcast@gmail.com. Either way is fine. We'll answer either email. Okay? Check out our website, www.ambitiouslyent.com, www.ambitiouslyent.com. And while you're over there, join our coffee community, and I will let you know why I want you to do that a little later on in the show. Also, check out our other website, www.laboraleebookkeeping.com, www.laboraleebookkeeping.com. Showed a few short commercials in the beginning because tax season is coming and I want you to be prepared. So we'll talk about that a little bit later as well. Now that I've gotten all those things out of the way, oh yeah, and don't that we can get. Okay, okay, all right. So today we're tapping into a decisive moment um in an ongoing saga or the ongoing saga of Meg the Stallion. A win that is far more than just a personal victory um, for a Grammy winning artist. It's a landmark case about online violence, coordinated harassment, and very real damage caused by deepfake technology. We're gonna get into that in a minute. We are. So, oh my gosh. Hopefully, while I'm going through all of this, you'll understand what a deep fake is. Because it's gonna be laid out for you. I am your host, Cat Lee. Cat Lee Woo, if you're nasty. But anyway, so the headlines are clear. Meg Thee Stallion, born Megan Pete, has won her defamation lawsuit against the vlogger or blogger Milagro Cooper, better known as Milagro Grams. This has been going on for a minute. I think this has been very quiet considering, but not really quiet because if you know, then you know. So for years following the horrific 2020 um, Pow Pow situation involving Tory Lanez, who is now serving a 10-year sentence in prison, Megan was subjected to relentless and coordinated campaigns or a campaign of harassment. Milagro Grams, with her substantial online platform, became one of the primary mouthpieces for the misinformation machine, leveraging an alleged leveraging the alleged ambiguity and chaos of social media to sow doubt and hatred. Allegedly, I'm not saying that I don't. I'm not saying I know for sure, but I'm just telling you what is alleged. The lawsuit filed in Miami federal court alleged that Grams did three very specific, very destructive things. And this is where you find out what I mean by um, deep fake technology. This is part of it, right? So the first one is defamation. She spreaded false claims, allegedly, um, including that Megan lied under oath about the Pow Pow situation and fabricated her injuries. Okay. This was the core attack on Megan's credibility in the major criminal case. That's one. Two is intentional infliction of emotional distress. She initially and outrageously subjected Megan to severe emotional suffering through her consistent, malicious, and targeted posts. This is all alleged. This is all alleged. Let me do this real quick because I'm gonna tell you what the third one is in a second. Hold on.
Copyright
Hold on.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed in this video and on the Ambitiously the Podcast YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect the opinion of our and Ambitiously the Podcast YouTube channel. All topics are for entertainment purposes only. TVMA, viewer discretion is advised. All commentary is alleged.
Yeah, normally I would put that at the beginning of the show, but I kind of forgot. But by me having this conversation, I needed to put that up. So, all right, the third thing was, and perhaps most chillingly, invasion of privacy and misappropriation. So she actively directed her followers to view a sexually, schmexually explicit deepfake video of the rapper, knowing it was fabricated, and intending to humiliate her. This is a crucial part of the situation. Um, the deliberate amplification of the AI generated schmexual violence against the victim of real life physical violence. Okay, so this is what they said that, these were the things that were put on the docket, right? So a jury found Grams liable on all counts, all three, while the initial damages of $75,000 were adjusted to $59,000 by the judge due to the legal technicality about media defendant status. A nuance we can unpack later. We're going to get to that later. The dollar amount is secondary to the verdict itself. Secondary. It's the finding of liability that holds the real weight. Okay, so they found her guilty of being liable. So here's the thing. We're gonna get into it. I told you we're gonna get into this. We're gonna unpack all of this because this is a crazy case. So Megan Thee Stallion took to the stand, and her testimony was, some would say, heartbreaking. She described the deep, sustained toll the harassment took on her mental health. She spoke about the embarrassment of having a fake, humiliating, and explicit video of herself circulated to tens of thousands of people. And I quote, this is a quote. It's really embarrassing to have tens of thousands of, it's really embarrassing to have to look at what people don't know. I know it's not me, but to be in front of everybody else and they have to watch it, it's really embarrassing. End of quote. We're talking about trauma so severe that she had to seek treatment at a mental health facility. I got my views on this, but this is just for the sake of the show. We're going to do it right, and then I'll give my opinion in a minute. This case is a necessary and painful reminder that the internet is not a consequence-free zone. So you can't just go out here just doing what you want on the internet. The digital public square is where reputations are incinerated, where violence is enacted, and where the mental health of real human beings is utterly, like, it's shattered. Like, just think about it. And I'm going to hold it right there for a second. Just think about it. If somebody put up a video of you and you know it's not real, but it's supposed to be you doing adult things that should be private, how would you feel? That's my question. So, feel free to answer it. So the deepfake element here is the legal canary of the coal mine, right? So, or canary of the coal mine. The federal law allows lawsuits over a non-consequential use of manipulated schmexual lost images. The verdict by including Graham's promotion of the deepfake, which is the video of Meghan, um, and a liability finding sends a thunderclap of a message. You cannot use advanced technology, AI, to create and spread non-consensual schmexual content, particularly of Black women, under the guise of commentary. This is where the law needs to play catch up with technology. And this case just moved the ball forward significantly. Yeah, because you listen, I don't be liking all these people, but you can't be out there just spreading. Even if it was real, you shouldn't be spreading it. But fake, the fake, you shouldn't be doing that. But anyway, Grams in her defense argued the First Amendment protection. So they used the First Amendment in their argument. The classic freedom of speech defense. The jury rejected it. This wasn't protected commentary. It was a targeted, malicious campaign of harassment, defamation, and emotional abuse. This is what they said. Coordinated with Tory Lanez and his associates, allegedly. Evidence even showed Grams received payments from Lane's father, which decisively undermined the narrative that she was merely an independent commentator. Nah, it don't work when you're getting paychecks, baby. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. So anyway, that's alleged. I didn't see the stubs or anything, so I can't really I can't really say that she did, but they did. They said that happened. That happened in court, and they found her guilty on all charges. So it is what it is. So here's the thing: the signal versus the static, a precedent for accountability, which, in my opinion, should be set. The static in the aftermath, Milagro Grams on reaction. She took to Instagram Live with the verdict and suggesting that she was not shaken and vowing to channel her energy into a mixtape, because allegedly she's an artist, where, quote, this is her quote, the only place where I can bully people and talk crazy and pop-ish is the studio. It's kind of technically it's true. Technically it's true. She's attempting to reframe the legal judgment as an attack on her artistic expression. But the signal we need to listen to is the jury's finding of liability. They found that what she did was not art, not journalism, and not protected speech. It was harmful, and it was a weaponized campaign designed to silence and destroy. The verdict is a powerful signal of all online commentators. To all online commentators, including I don't make up fake stuff for the sake of clickbait. I don't. So if I'm not gonna get the views naturally, I'm just not gonna get them. I'm not gonna make up stuff about people. But this is to all commentators, all bloggers, and new media personalities. There's a tangible financial and legal consequence for coordinating harassment and weaponizing deepfakes. Deepfakes are fake, the fake, like in her case, the fake video. It specifically tells people who use their platform to attack victims of trauma that they can and will be held accountable. It offers a crucial measure of justice for Megan Thee Stallion, and a significant precedent for anyone facing coordinated digital violence. It gives the blueprint to other victims on how to fight back. I don't think that Megan was the one that gave the blueprint. I think it was Cardi, but I digress. The whole Cardi and Tasha K thing. I digress. It's important. It's an important step forward towards digital accountability, affirming that even when the crime happens behind the screen, the person who suffered the harm is real. Megan the Stallion didn't just win the lawsuit; she struck a blow against the culture of digital impunity. Listen, listen. Like I said, I don't think it started with Megan. I think it started with Tasha K, right? And Cardi B, because there was that whole case where Cardi won. And I'm not sure what the situation is with Cardi B and Tasha K at this moment, but I do know that Tasha owed Cardi millions behind what went on with them. And so I think that Megan took a page out of Cardi's book and said, you know what, you're gonna make up stuff about me, you're gonna talk trash about me, you're gonna put AI videos up and say that it's me actually doing this stuff. I'm gonna take it to court. I don't think that I personally am against it because like and not that I mean people say stuff about people every day, every day. But I'm just thinking if I was on that level and somebody went around and just started spreading lies, malicious lies about me, and they start spreading videos that aren't really me and saying it's me and they AI generated and all of that stuff about me, how would I feel about that? How would you feel about that? How would you feel about that? And so do I think that Megan was wrong for suing this young lady? I can't say that I feel like she's wrong. I don't feel like she's wrong. This is a lesson to all. You just can't go out here saying what you want to say about people. It's not cool. Like that's not cool. And especially if it's not true. I could see if the video was real. Um, I could see if the young lady was there at the time of the incident with Tori to say that it didn't happen, but she wasn't there. So she didn't have eyewitness accountability. Um, it's just you generally picked a side and was like, this is the side I'm on. And especially if that side came with a check. But I don't believe in making up stuff about people. Now, if it's out here on a gab beat, I'm going to report it, but I'm not going to add stuff to it. I'm not going to make up things just for the sake that I want somebody to watch my video. I'm not doing that. I do stand on integrity. And to be honest, like I am a journalist, so I just don't feel like that's something that should be done. I'm going to be honest with you. Report the truth. Don't report or make up stuff to make yourself like to make yourself look good. And then at the end of the day, does it really make you look good to do that to that young lady? Did it make anything better? Did it I mean, yeah, you got more viewers, more clicks, more likes, more viewers to your stream, but did it really help you? Because now you just lost the case against the same person that you targeted. You lost the case. You didn't win. You lost. And you going in the studio, because there's some things I wanted to touch on. I just wanted to make sure we got through everything regarding this case. You going into the studio does not help it. And then I had this thought, right? And in my thought, I was thinking like, okay, so Milagro, she's an artist. Meg Thee Stallion's a huge artist compared to her. Um, was she did she use her to try to promote her craft. And if she did, it'd be different if she did a diss, you know what I mean, like a diss song, and she included her in the diss song. That would be one thing. But being out here, like, I think maybe like she took the wrong approach to the situation because it backfired. She got sued and she lost. You know what I'm saying? It backfired on her for real. And I don't think it's gonna help her career any. I mean, she might have a fan base. I'm not saying that, but is it gonna get her to where she wants to be? Is it gonna get her on the Meg Thee Stallion level? I don't think so. Is it gonna get her a whole? Is she gonna get a whole bunch of new fans? Probably not. I don't know. I can't say that she will, but I'm saying probably not. Like, this doesn't help her to behave in this manner. I'm a true hip hop. I like to call myself a hip hop purist, right? And when it comes to rap beefs, I could take a diss song. I can go for a diss track. I kind of I'm into that, right? But not at the sake of like you not when you take it to another level, when you start making, or you start, not even, because I don't know that she necessarily made the video. I can't say that she made that video, but she did disseminate the video. She did spread the video, and say that this was Megan. So does that help you? No, this is not. You're not Jay-Z. And you, this wasn't the. You can't do that. Like, and even when Jay-Z did expose Prodigy, they wasn't fake pictures. They were real pictures of Prodigy when he was a little boy. Now, did I think it did something? No, because when you little, your parents make you do stuff. But that don't mean you not gangster, or you know what I mean. But that was a part of his strategy. But they weren't fake, and that's the bigger picture. They weren't fake videos. He didn't make fake photos. He didn't go on Photoshop Prodigy, and no, these was real photos of Prodigy. He just spent a nice, pretty piece of change to get them. You feel me? But this video that she put out was not a real video. It was AI generated. It was not Megan, and that's the sad part about it. And then it doesn't help that they say, or that it's alleged, that you got paid by Tory Lanez. That makes it way worse. So the money that you got paid from him, now you owe it to her. And you know what? The number, that's the other part I wanted to talk about. The number in which she has to pay, it's not a dangerous amount of money. Like, it's not like what, the whole Cardi B and Tasha K situation was. It's a lot less. But I'm more than certain that this young lady does not have a whole lot of money. And then on top of that, so now you owe Megan, you have to pay your lawyers. Um, well, I don't know if she paid them already, but you got to pay your lawyers. You got to pay Megan. They didn't say whether or not Megan's attorney fees were included in that, but I'm more than certain that they were. But the initial price for the damages caused was $75,000. Most people don't have $75,000 just laying around. Maybe I'm hoping that maybe the money that she got from Tory, she invested wisely, and so she, is able to use some of that. Now the good thing is, like I said, they brought the number down from 75,000 to 59,000, but that's still a pretty piece of change, especially when you're not already, what I mean, like on that level. Now, Milagro has a huge following. A lot of people know who she is on YouTube and things of that such. So maybe she does have the 59,000 to pay. You feel me? Like, maybe she got it. I don't know what's in her bank account. I don't pocket watch. I don't be in everybody's business on how much money they make. Um, I don't even worry about how many viewers they have compared to me, because we all out here trying to make it. You feel me? But 75,000, whether it's $75,000, whether it's $59,000, that's still a nice, pretty piece of change to have to pay somebody for showing a video that is not really them. You feel me? What I wanted to speak on also was they said Megan had to go seek counseling because this devastated her so much. I can't say that she didn't go seek counseling, but at the same time, the way the world works, she could have went one time and then paid them people to be like, oh, she came to all these sessions and she was so devastated. We don't know how that works, but I believe that I don't know if I believe. I can't say that I believe or I don't believe whether or not that happened, but I know that it could be done. Now, hopefully, the person that she went to see has integrity and wants to keep their practice so they wouldn't do a thing like that, right? But we can't say we weren't there. We wasn't in them sessions. We don't know. Now, as far as this Tory Lanez and her situation, again, we weren't there. All we saw at the end of the day was her moving backwards towards the cops with bloody feet. That we know for sure. Um, it's been a lot of back and forth of whether or not he did it or her friend did it, or her at the time. Before it happened was her friend, and then they found out they were smashing the same dude allegedly, and then wasn't her friend that night. They said he didn't have gunpowder, no gunpowder on his hands, but yet the friend did. So we don't know what happened that night. And I don't think that it's our place to try to figure like to try to say what it was because we weren't there. We don't know. We don't know. But what I don't believe in, me personally, what I don't believe in is making up stuff and putting it out there on the internet. And then it's the whole thing about the internet. And I kind of understand why she won this case too, because here's the whole thing about the internet. Once you start posting stuff on the internet, it's there forever. I'm gonna give you I'm gonna use myself as an example. When I first had my daughter, and I ain't gonna lie, I was going through postpartum. I recognize it now. Back then, I was like, there's nothing wrong with it. I was going through postpartum. Her father and I, well, her father, I'm not, that's for another day, but her father and I, especially when I first came out of the hospital, I don't know, we just weren't saying eye to eye, which is cool. That's fine. You don't always see eye to eye with people, and especially when kids are concerned. But I used to write a lot of stuff on the internet about what I was going through, what I was feeling at the time, and all of that. And it took me a long time to learn that that was not the place for me to expose my feelings, to vent. Like now, you won't even see me posting anything on the internet about my personal life. I have one, but you won't see me posting anything on the internet about my personal life. If you're following me on social media, the most you want to see is me posting stuff about business. And because I'm in multiple lanes as far as business is concerned, yeah, I got plenty of content to post. Got this podcast, so I post about that all the time. Um, with this podcast comes ambitiously entertainment, so that's a thing. Um, bookkeeping and tax consultation. I do that, so that's something that I talk about. But what you won't get is me being on the internet spilling the beans about my personal life. And again, I have one. At this moment, a very nice one, a lovely one. But I have one. But what you're not gonna know is who I'm with, if I'm with somebody, um, if we are going through something. Um, if we are going through something, you won't know about it because it's none of your business. It's just some things that you just won't know about me on the internet. Um, Now I might spill a sprinkle a little bit here and there. Like I post about my daughter all the time and how much I adore her and love her. But you don't even get that much. You don't even get. I used to post pictures of her all the time on it. You don't get pictures of her in a nail right now. You feel me? She's here, but you won't get a picture of her on the internet right now. The most you will get is me talking about her, scholastic journey, which she's amazing. So I don't mind sharing that part. But you don't get the you don't get the ins and outs of my personal life. If I'm going through something, you won't know about it. Um, you won't know because it's not none of your business. And I'll be honest with you, when it comes down to my relationship, if I'm in a relationship, I don't need social media to validate what that is. You know what I'm saying? I don't need somebody else. Oh, y'all look so cute. I don't need that. I don't need that. I'm cool. Now, if I decide to post a picture of me and my significant other, that's just because I was feeling good. I thought it was a nice picture, and that's why you know what I mean? But do I need the internet to validate anything about what I chose in a spouse? No, absolutely not. So that's that. So I wouldn't want somebody going on the internet and making up stuff about me, or it's already especially for Megan. Um, it's already hard enough because she's a celebrity. Like she's a whole celebrity, so her business is going to be out there regardless because she's a public figure. But let whatever you talking about if I'm a celebrity anyway, let whatever you talking about me be the truth. Don't make up stuff. Don't make up AI videos and post it and make it seem like it's me. Like that's I could cuss now. That's some clown shit. Like make sure it's true. Make sure it's real. Make sure you check your facts before you go out here and just start making up shit. Um, Megan's a celebrity, so she can't just be approaching people, but I approach people. I do. Especially if you out here slandering my name, going out here making up fake shit, telling people I'm doing shit that I'm not doing. You feel me? Like, no, we got beef now. We got beef. So make sure it's real, make sure it's true. Don't just go out here just doing whatever. And I'm still trying to figure out what the point was. If you didn't believe the girl about the situation with her and Tori, fine, you don't have to believe that. That's not. Who cares? But once you take it to the next level of disseminating videos and harassing me and having your followers harass me, that takes it to the next level. And again, she's a celebrity, so she can't be out here, you know what I mean, getting too gangster. But I don't know. I don't know. It's a hard life as a celebrity as is, but I just really don't think that you should be out here. Like, don't add to the, like, just watch from afar. Be nosy. It's okay to be nosy. I'm nosy. I'm nosy all the time. I tell all the business, but the business that I tell is not made up bullshit business. It's fucking what's out there in these streets that I can tell you. I'm not gonna make up some shit. No, I'm not doing that. And I don't really care about a celebrity enough to make up some shit about them anyway. Like that's too much time on your hands for you to be out here doing some stupid shit like that. So no. Do I think Megan should have won this one? Yeah, yeah. I do. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do think that she should have won this because that's some bullshit. That's some punk ass shit. Do I think that Cardi should have won hers? Yes, because don't be out here telling people I got venereal diseases and shit and I don't. You feel me? Like, don't do that. You don't know how you playing with people's lives, even if they are celebrities. I'm sorry, I need some water. Even if they are celebrities. Okay. I think sometimes people, it's okay to be invested in the story. But I think sometimes people get way too invested in this shit. And this is ridiculous. But anyway, let's keep it moving. It's time for me to show some love. This is ridiculous at this point. It is. And I think about this all the time. Like, is it too much time on your hands to have you out here doing shit like that? I don't know. But what I do know is this. Just don't do that. Don't do that. Like, it's not cool. I ain't gonna lie, I can't front. I can't front. It's not cool, and I won't be ever be cool with some bullshit like that. Like, it's bullshit. Don't do that. Don't do that. At least if you're gonna tell it, baby, make sure it's the truth. Don't go out here making up shit. Don't do that. Just make sure it's the truth. But anyway, it's time for me to show some love because I love y'all. And I always want to be able to send some love. Anybody watching from Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or Rumble, hi, and thank you. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you guys so much. You guys are amazing. You're amazing. Um, yeah, you're amazing. But this love I'm about to give up right now, real quick. This love is for my listening audience because this is our largest audience. And, they supported me from the time I started this podcast. Again, I have the conversation all the time where I just pulled up some papers, actually, some of the papers that Doc used to talk about. And I looked at it and I went from 600 downloads to now we're in the 20,000s. I'm not going to give you a specific number, but we well over 20,000 at this point. So we've come a long way since then. But I was just like, wow, we've really come a long way. So these people who I'm sending this love to, they're supporters, and I appreciate them so much. And now they're not watching, but they definitely downloading it, and I love them for that. I adore them for that. So I always try to make sure that I show them some love. And the way to do that is send them a love note. So it's time for the love notes. How do we come up with the name of love notes? I used to call it love. Doc used to call it show notes. I was never going to call it that, though. And then we bickered. We went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And finally, we came up with the compromise, because there's no love without compromise, that we would call it love notes. And I would never, ever, ever, ever change it from that. It will be love notes as long as I'm doing this podcast. That's what I'm going to call it. Now, that's not for other people's, programs within Ambitiously Entertainment. That's just for this podcast. It's always going to be called Love Notes. Because I love them so much. They're amazing. Hold on, where my notes at? Hold on 1 second. Let me get this right. But I'm never gonna call it anything other than love notes. Because I love them. I do. I love them so much. I love them with my whole heart. With my whole heart. Alright, let me get this right real quick. Hold on. I got y'all. 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 I just gotta make sure I got the right ones, which I believe I do right here. I didn't want to give you the wrong one. Okay. So, we're on YouTube. I gotta update that too because now we're on Rumble as well. But we everywhere. But it's time for the love notes. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all so much. Okay. why we call it the love notes, because all I can do is just love on y'all. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks. I love you. I love you so much. I love you. Few things I need to say during the conversation. We always want you to join the conversation. You can call in. The number's 443-551-5963. 443-551-5963. You can call in, you could text, or you could drop a comment. I will read it out loud if it's something to be read. You'll be live on air if you call in. Hit us up. Contact at ambitiouslyent.com. Contact at ambitiouslyent.com. Or you can hit us up on our Gmail account, which is ambitiouslythepodcast@gmail.com. Doesn't matter which one you choose. Either way, we'll get back to you. Okay. Okay. Check out our website, www.ambitiouslyent.com, www.ambitiouslyent.com. And while you're over there, join our coffee community so we can have salacious, titillating, and taboo conversations. I would like to go further in this particular case right here and see how y'all feel about it. So I would love it if you went over there and joined the coffee community. And over there is no censorship for me, because y'all know I hate censorship. I don't want to be censored. I want to just say whatever's on my mind to say, and so even cuss. I want to cuss like a sailor. I do. So join that so we can do all of that. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. No, I didn't even do it right. Hold on, I got you. Like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. We need every like, every share, and every subscription that we can get. They are greatly appreciated. And I need y'all to know that I love y'all in advance. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Much love to our residential DJ Rukazi. We love him so much and appreciate him so much. And so we always make sure that we show him love every episode, even on the days that he's not a part of the show. Well, he's always a part of the show, but Fridays is the day that we dedicate to his craft and his work. So, but we show him love regardless because he holds it down for us. I talked to him earlier. He's working his patootie, y'all. So big shout out to DJ Rukazi. Make sure you check out our other website, if I can get on the screen, www.laborelybookkeeping.com, www.laborelybookkeeping.com. If you are in the United States, it's very beneficial. And I know why I need bookkeeping. Listen, Bill Gates said one of his favorite people on the whole planet is his bookkeeper. Steve Jobs said it. Even Al Capone loved his bookkeeper until the feds came. But listen, your bookkeeper keeps all of your financial affairs in order. They make sure that you don't have to worry about it and you could just focus on your business or your personal. But they keep everything in order and make sure everything is the way it's supposed to be financially, especially before you go see your accountant, your CPA, your accountant. You want to have them before you, because then that way you have two different aspects. You have your bookkeeper who makes sure that all of your books are in order and correct, because we have to trust and verify. It's very important in this field that I'm in. And then you could take it to your CPA, which is your accountant, and they can't get over on you either, because now you have two different situations to where so you can keep track of all of your affairs. Also, we provide tax preparation services, tax consultation, and tax preparation services. I'm saying too much at one time. Tax preparation services as well, because you know how American is. You got to pay taxes. Just make sure that you can get the most back. I know everybody go, I can go to HR Block or I can go to Jackson Hewitt, but they're not going to ensure that you get the most. They're not going to worry about all the deductions that need to be. They're not going to make sure you get all the credits that you deserve. They're not going to make sure. They're going to get you in and get you out. You can do the online tax services, what is that, TurboTax and things of that nature, but that's not going to get you the most. money back. So I would, if I were you, I would holler at you, girl. Anyway, but yeah, I just wanted to get that out of my system real quick. So it's now time for me to say the things that I really need to say, which is this. Mind your business is stuff on me in my days where I tell everybody's business because I'm nosy and I want you to be nosy with me because it's fun. I'm sorry, y'all see my people with business paperwork behind me, but it's fun to mind people's business. Well, when it's the truth, anyway. Uh, tapping, I try not to tell people's business. I know I haven't been doing them a lot lately, but one is my partner in good, Doc, hasn't been feeling his best lately, and it just doesn't feel the same when he's not here. So I've been kind of chilling on that. Also, I've been trying to take care of business affairs because tax season is around the corner. It starts January the 2nd. So I've been trying to get that in order too. So that's that. But when I do the tap in, know that if I do tell people's business, it's not intentional, but it is warranted. So it is what it is. Uh, but it's never intentional. Um, the wiretap, like this evening, is very much intentional. If you have a court case and you file despicable, depraved, sinister, heinous, disgusting, diabolical, dumbass, idiot, stupid ass, jackass of a human being. Oh, and if Doc was here, he would say insidious. And you have a court case, and either I can pull the case or I can put together a piece about your case. I'm reading it because I told you I'm nosy. I'm reading it. I am. Um, Wet and Wire, that's more of my business. I don't just tell their business, I tell a little bit of my business too. Um, yeah, 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 because it's only fair. And if you happen to make it on an episode of Cattail, just know this. Just know this. Um, I change everybody's names. Nobody's names is their actual government names. Because I try to be a little. I just tell stories about things that happened to me, and they involved other people. Now, if you do make it on an episode of Cattails, just know again, I change everybody's names, and the only way that I would expose you is if you. Well, I'll expose you if you call yourself approaching me. You expose yourself if you jump in the comments and got something to say about it. Or I can't. I need to get on that because I need to get on that. But shush, hush. Will nobody know unless you go and run your mouth in the comments. Then they know it's you because like, why did you even have? What was the point? And like if Doc was here again, he would say a hit dog will holler, and I say holla, bitch. But whatever. Okay. Love your babies, hug your babies, adore your babies, and tell your babies that they are the GOAT, the greatest of all times. They need that encouragement. They need that love. They need you, not not just their teachers and other people in the community to say that to them. They need you to say that to them because you're their parent. It is your job to do that. It's your job. It's definitely your job. So do it. Um, they want to work for NASA, telling you the best astronaut, engineer, receptionist, janitor, secretary, or whatever the hell else they do over there at NASA. I don't know. I've never worked there. But what I do know is get yourself a telescope, a good one. Not the kind that you look through your neighbor's windows with your perv. A good one. You still can't see mine because the camera a little low today, but it's right about there. And then the tripod is right there. Requires a little bit of assembly, not much, but a little bit. Comes with scopes, beams, lenses, and if you have one like mine, an app, take it outside, put it together, take it outside, and discover some shit with your kid. Explore. You might discover a comet, a meteor, an asteroid, a planet that they say is not a planet anymore, but fuck you, it's a planet in my opinion because you made me build a solar system. So in my opinion, it's always a planet. Or you might encounter some beings from maybe up or below. I don't know where they come from anymore. That's why I say that. And they're gonna probe you. When they probe you, this message is not necessarily for you, but for them. I don't want to go. Hell no. I want to go. No, I don't want to go. Leave me where I am. Unless you have a planet that's better than this planet, then I might consider. I might be like, all right, yeah, I'm jumping on this ship. But otherwise, leave me where I am. Now, I do have a neighbor who is ripe and prime for the plucking. You can come get her any day now. I've been telling you this for a minute. Come get her ass. I'm tired of her. Come get her. All right. But besides that, I don't want to go. If they want to work for NASCAR, tell them to be the best pit boss, pit crew member, NASCAR driver, commentator. They have engineers too, so engineer. Um, I don't know what else they do over there in NASCAR. I don't know. I never worked there either, but what I do know is they have a need for speed, and at one point in time, the muscle car was king, and baby, in my opinion, the muscle car is always king. I like a metal, not fiberglass. Let's go. Yeah, I need to hear that mean ass engine. Yeah. So yeah, it is what it is. But regardless of what it is, just encourage them babies. They need that love. It's time for your fair warning. Gotta give it to you before I say the things I'm about to say. Hold on.
The following moments may contain explicit language.
There's no may in it. It definitely contains explicit language. This is my favorite part because I actually get to go off like how I want to. Stay the fuck in your lane. Not my lane. My lane is not your lane. Your lane is the fuck over there. My lane is the fuck over here. Stay the fuck over there. No reason for you to be in my shit. None whatsoever. Stay the fuck over there. It's fine. It's cool over there. It's cool. You jump in my lane, you want to get something that you do not want. I can promise you, you don't want it. You don't want it. Because if you do that, then you're going to get something that is not really so nice. Do not break the glass. Do not push the button. That's my recommendation. Just leave her where she is at. She is not bothering you. Leave her alone. You fuck with her, you gonna get this. That roar is something. That's a nice roar, by the way, because the real roar is something vicious, and you don't want it. I will bite your fucking head off. I will. You don't want her. You want her. She's nice and kind and cuddly. Yeah, she is. Plus, if you get her, you get a 2-for-1 special. Hey, you big purr, bitches. Hey, you big purr. Yes, you want those two, the latter two. You do not want the first one. Leave her alone. Leave her where she is. She's fine. She ain't fucking with nobody. Plus, what usually happens when you when you jump into other people's lanes, is a collision. And who the fuck needs that? I don't need that for me. I don't need that for you. We don't need that for we. So just stay fucking in your lane. Pick and choose your battles wisely. Every battle is not a battle for you to fight, baby. Some battles you gotta look at them like, all right, you got that, because I'm gonna live to fight another day and win the war, bitch. Plus, you don't want to be like that guy. I'm not going too deep into him because he got enough people on the internet talking about him. But he did lie because he said, I study rap battles for a living. Okay, so if you did, these gentlemen that I'm about to bring up, they were part of a few battles themselves. But this song is not a battle song, but it's a very informative song. And what they said in this song, which is, there's a war going on outside and that no man is safe from it. They said you can run, but you can't high five in these streets that we done took. They said your punk ass, they did not add the punk ass in their idea. But they said your punk ass is walking with your head down, scared to look. They said, bitch. They ain't say bitch either. I added that. They said you shut because ain't no such thing as halfway crunk. You scared to death. You scared to look. Mama say, mama sigh. Mamaku sigh. Why am I saying that? Because that's my meditation mantra. Let me have it. When Doc was here, he used to always say all the time, that's not what he said. But I said, that's what I have heard my whole life. That's what I thought it was. And that's what it's going to be, damn it. Mama say, mama sigh, mamaku sigh. Listen, fuck the battle. I'm worried about the war. I'm trying to win the war. I don't give a fuck about your punk ass battles. You can have that. You can keep that. Thank you very much. I don't want no parts of it. At the end of the day, you gotta worry. We all fighting the war, so worry about the war. Be you, be amazingly you, be wonderfully you, be ambitiously you, but be you at the end of the day, because that's all you got for real anyway. And remember, even if they say they hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk, and the way that you dress, two of them things you can't really help. The way you walk is the way you walk. I don't know what the fuck you're supposed to do with that. The way you dress, if you're gonna dress weird, to just be the best dressed weirdo you could fucking be. You know what I mean? Like, just own that shit. Own that shit, rock that shit. You feel me? But be that. You feel me? But the talking shit you can't help. You can shut the fuck up. You cannot file court cases and battles that you engaged in. I'm just saying. You lost that now, didn't you? You cannot make up fake ass accents and act like you from places where you're not really from. We know you're not from there, so don't do it. That's not even cool. Like it's cool, but it's not. It's some bullshit. And just focus on who you are and what your culture is and where you from. That's the most important thing. Um, and then on top of that, remember what they eat don't make you shit, and what you eat don't make them shit either. So just keep it cool, keep it copacetic, all right? Um, yeah. Listen, you can't make people happy. You will never ever be able to make somebody happy. But if they allow you to, you can add to their happiness. You can sprinkle a little pixie dust and tell them think happy thoughts, and then they can float and everybody happy, right? But if they're not with it, then they just not with it, and it's not your job to try to make them happy. It's not at all. Um, it's not. So focus on what you need to do for yourself. If you came in this world by yourself, you're gonna leave by yourself, even if you are a twin, except for those exceptions, those rare exceptions. And then I don't like to speak on that because I ain't never been that kind of twin. I'm not that kind of twin, obviously. I'm not even a twin. And I'm not a doctor, so I can't speak on that. So I'm not gonna go and try to act like I know. But what I will say is you're gonna go by yourself. So live your best life and focus on you. No matter how much you try to fix it, they gonna nitpick and find something else to bitch about. So fuck that shit. That's how I feel about fuck that shit. Misery, that bitch loves company. I always tell her to get back. I don't rock with your kind. You not my type of people. I don't hang with you. I don't hang with your kind. Just take your miserable ass the fuck away from me, bitch. And that's that. Yeah. No, we don't do that around here. And dream big. Dream big. Dream so big that your dreams exceed the universe. Don't let nobody tell you that what you're doing is bullshit because they will try to tell you that. That you can't do it because you can do it. I believe in you. You could do it. But dream so big that your dreams exceed the universe and perhaps jumps into another dimension. And then, and then, and then, once you realize and visualize the dream, baby, plan and execute because that's the only way it's going to happen anyway. It's not going to happen any other way. Okay? You got to put the work in. So, and that's what it is. So that's the wiretap. What are your thoughts on this verdict? I need to know. Do you think this is truly change? Will this truly change how people act online? I doubt it. Or is this just one small victory in a much larger ongoing digital war? I told you we all fighting a war. Let us know. I'm Kat Lee Boo, your host, and we'll catch up the next time on our next episode of Ambitiously, the podcast. I love y'all. Stay safe, stay out of trouble, and if you are going to get into trouble, make sure you got a hell of a lawyer because it gets expensive. But other than that, man, I got to get up out of here. I love y'all. Stay out of trouble. Bye.